Hello, I'm Martoba Fandi. Here I will share to you about spoken discourse. Okay, number one is what is spoken discourse? Spoken discourse is that people use conversation to manage their life, to get things down, to form and maintain relationship, to in a certain kind of social identities, and to participate in social group. For example, illustrated the complexity involved in spoken discourse by the following conversation. The conversation between son and dad. Son, can I tell you something? Dad, yeah. Son, will you love me, period? Dad, yes. Son, like you always love me as long as I'm dead. Don't worry. Son, did I'm lie? Did lie? Like that. Okay, number two is characteristics of spoken discourse. The first is spoken discourse is usually instantaneous. The listener must process in online and there is often no chance to listen to it again. The second is spoken discourse is usually unplanned and often reflects the process of contraction such as hesitation, leaders form, fillers, and repeat. The third is spoken discourse is usually delivered one clause at a time and longer utterance in conversation generally consists of several clauses coordinate. Most of the clauses used are simple conjunct or adjunct. Next is number three is process in understanding spoken discourse. First is bottom-up process. Refers to using the incoming input as the basis of understanding the message. The input is canned for familiar words and grammatical knowledge is used to work out the relationship between elements of sentence. We can illustrate this with an example. Image I said the following to you. The guy sat next to on the bus this morning on the way to work west, telling me he runs a Thai restaurant in Chinatown. Apparently, it's very popular at the moment. In order to understand this utterance using bottom-up processing, we have to mentally break the utterance down into its components. This is referred to as chunking, and here are the chunks that guide us to the underlying core meaning of the utterance. Okay, the guy I sat next to on the bus this morning was telling me he runs a Thai restaurant in Chinatown. Apparently, it's very popular at the moment. So the chants help us identify the underlying proposition the utterance expresses, namely, I was on the bus. There was a guy next to me. We talked. He said he ran a Thai restaurant. It's in Chinatown. It's very popular now. Is this unit of meaning which we remember and not the form in which we initially heard them? Our knowledge of grammar helps us find the appropriate chants, and the speaker also assists us in this process through intonation and pausing. The second is top-down processing. On the other hand, refers to the use of background knowledge in understanding the meaning of a message. Background knowledge may take several forms. It may be previous knowledge about the topic of discourse. It may be situational or contextual knowledge, or it may be knowledge in the form of schema or script, plans about the overall structure of event and the relationship between them. For example, consider how we respond to the following utterance. I heard on the news there was a big earthquake in Los Angeles last night. On recognizing the word earthquake, we generate a set of questions we want to hear or obtain response to. Where exactly was the earthquake? How big was it? Did it cause a lot of damage? Were many people killed or injured? What rescue efforts are underway? This question get us through the understanding of any subsequent discourse that we hear, and they focus our listening on what I said about the question. Keynote: the difference between bottom-up and top-down process. In bottom-up process goes from language to meaning, and in the top-down process goes from meaning to language. Thank you.